Hey y'all, my name is Elizabeth Ironbar and this is my first YouTube video. So first, thanks for clicking on this video and welcome to my channel. So if you click on this video, I'm assuming it's because you want to learn about how I transformed my skin on a plant-based diet. So first, unfortunately, I don't have any pictures of how my skin looked before going on a plant-based diet. If I find any, I will put them in this video. But just know that I looked horrible. I had terrible acne from the time, I would say, getting out of high school, going into like first year of college. I'm not sure if it was triggered by stress or whatever it was, but it was pretty bad and it was pretty constant. It was always, as soon as one went away, another one came up. I struggled terribly with my skin. So I ended up having to go to multiple dermatologists to get my skin under control because it was just so bad. I've been to maybe 2 or 3 different ones. One in particular repeatedly had me on antibiotics, at least 2 rounds of antibiotics to clear my skin up. And then I had to follow that up with lotions and creams to keep my skin clear, but also fade out the scars on my face. So that helped, but only for up to about a year, because after about a year, all the breakouts started happening all over again. So I would have to keep repeating the cycle of antibiotics, bleaching creams for the scars, and all kinds of stuff. And then I tried out a couple of other different dermatologists that they didn't work at all. At least with the other one, I had antibiotics and that cleared it up. But with the other dermatologists, I just had like creams and lotions and they did nothing for my skin. So I eventually gave up until about almost 3 years ago when I transitioned to a plant-based diet. And with this plant-based diet, I noticed that my skin, and mind you, I say plant-based versus a vegan because when you are on a vegan diet, you have to remember that vegan diet also includes a lot of meat replacements. So you'll see like the vegan bacons, the vegan hot dogs, the vegan burgers, vegan eggs, those also contain lots of harmful chemicals if you eat them on a regular basis. So I eat more of a whole foods plant-based diet, which consists of actual whole foods that you actually know what you're eating. You know what it is. It's not a bunch of chemicals and ingredient lists. It's just food, And with that, I also I really reduced my sugar. I limited my coffee. I don't do soy. And I also have a diet high in like herbs. I drink lots of herbal teas and drink at least a gallon of water a day. And when I tell you my skin is nothing like what it was before, my skin is very clear. I have very little makeup on right now, but before, I felt like my skin was very, very distracting because, when people are looking at you and talking to you, but you feel like they're actually looking at your skin, not really listening to you. That's how I felt before because it was just that distracting. It was just so bad. But now I've been able to maintain clear skin on a plant-based diet for almost 3 years. I will say what messed my skin back up was about a year ago. I went to the doctor and I had my blood work done. My blood work was great. Everything was fine. And she was like, well, are you on any B12? I was like, no, but, I'm fine. Like, my B12 was good, but it was like on the lower end of good. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, you should just take B12. I was like, okay. So I took it and I started breaking out so bad. And initially I could not figure out why. It didn't even click in my head that it was B12 because I don't know why, honestly. I don't know why. But I was taking B12 every single day. I mean, I've never been so consistent with a vitamin in my life. But for some reason, I don't know why. But I was being good, I thought. I was taking it and my skin, the pimples were not like your normal. They were like those really deep, painful. And then it wasn't just one, right? It was just like, it would be like 2 or 3 over here. like in a little gang on one side, and then okay, that gang calms down, and then I have a whole nother gang over here. It's just like it was never ending, and I could not. I was like, well, am I stressed? I was like, no, I don't really feel stressed. I'm not really eating chocolate. I'm not really eating brownies. You know, I love brownies. I wasn't really eating them. I wasn't having cake. I could not put my finger on it. And excuse me if I sound a little funny. I'm getting over a cold right now. But anyway, so one day I happened to be on Instagram and I saw this one girl's Instagram story. And she was talking about how she had to cut off B12 because it was breaking her out. And I was like, ding, oh my gosh, I'm breaking out. I'm taking B12. Is that why? So I cut out the B12 immediately. And when I tell you within 6 days, my skin was clear. So that, mind you, I had tried at least 2 different brands of B12, and I thought they were pretty good brands. I can't remember which ones they were at this moment, but 2 different ones. And then I said, okay, well, my skin has cleared up. Let me try B complex and see if I react any differently. Like at least 2 days after taking B complex vitamins, it was like another war on my face. It was like wars on my face, like unreal. So I cut that out immediately, day by day. My skin was getting better and better and better. So I learned that those capsules, those tablets are not good for me. So I went about a year with no B anything supplements, and I was fine up until a couple months ago. I started to feel like I was missing something, like I may have been like, you know, I felt like a little off, like I may be deficient. So I was like, okay, well maybe I need to start taking B12 again. So instead of me buying the tablets again, I decided to get the little drops, the little liquid drops, and I prayed. And I was like, please, I don't want to break out. My skin's looking so good. So I prayed, and then I started taking the drops, and I'm about 2 to 2.5 months in, and no breakouts, y'all. Still doing good. So if you are like me and you responded badly to the B12 or B complex actual pills, try the drops and see if that works for you. And also the drops, the liquid drops even absorb better than the pills anyway. So try that. So just so in case you are curious, for my skin, I keep it very simple. I just use regular Cetaphil face wash. I like it because it's like a creamy soap. And then on my face, I just use rose water, which I started doing recently because I have an esthetician friend who recommended it, and I like it. Rose water, I spray it on my face, and then I've been using the same friend recommended jojoba oil, and I love it. I use jojoba oil at night, and then during the day for my SPF, I use CeraVe face moisturizing lotion, and it has SPF 30. So that's it. I mean, I keep it very simple. My face is very smooth, very clear. So that's pretty much it. I just want to, warn you, if you are having really bad acne and you're on and you don't eat eggs or meat products, or dairy, you may want to watch and see if you're eating too many vegan replacement foods. Okay, go to more of a whole foods plant-based diet and see how you respond to that. And also you may want to incorporate lots of blood cleansing herbs like burdock root and sarsaparilla root. I'm probably saying that wrong because I always do. And also there's another one that is very good herb. Yellow dock root is also very good. So I hope this video was helpful. I wanted to keep it very short and sweet, but if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and share and subscribe, and just stay tuned for more health related videos. This channel is going to be all about food, health, faith, and nutrition. So stay tuned for more videos from me. Thanks.